Long-haul driver driving assessment. Is it critical in your organization's transport operations? Confidence replaces worry when you get a driving assessment. This statement is pretty much appropriate in running a complement of long-haul drivers, or LHD. LHD is being utilized for loan working. When LHD is out for delivery trip, his supervisor is no longer aware of his actual activity and performance behavior. Not only that they are supervised round the clock, but workers such as workshop technicians or factory workers are working in an environment where protections with regard to their safety are well provided for. So why conduct driving assessment? Is it necessary to do it? Assessment plays a vital part in your transport operations driving screening, selection, and continual improvement. As a primary tool of trainers and assessors, assessment is used for a multitude of purposes. Driving instructor uses assessment results in determining the knowledge and practical capability of candidate as basis for final selection. Assessment results are used to help improve the training modules, methodology of training and trainers' in-depth knowledge, and coaching skills. Assessment is also used to generate the data wherein policy decisions are made. Because of its important function, it is a vital component in innovation, achieving higher standards, and in pursuit of training excellence. Candidate CV would indicate, for example, 5 years experience as LHD from previous employment. It's either he has driving long haul vehicle or he was driving a 6 or 10-wheeler straight truck. There are 3 ways to find out. First, from the interview, you would ask him things like, what are the functions of the splitter and when is it applied in long haul vehicle? Next, he had to complete a written test, and the last is practical test of ground maneuvering exercises and highway driving assessment. The moment he touches the steering wheel, if the applicant took some moments thinking where to turn the wheel, then he's not an experienced LSD. Experienced LSD would do it instantaneously. The trailer would turn and reverse to the right when steering wheel is turned to the left and vice versa. It's the opposite of car and straight truck. LSD is being assessed by driving instructor every year. Is put on schedule 3 months before contract expiry. Inasmuch as it is necessary to back up the pursuance of contract renewal requisition, the most essential reason is we are able to monitor and evaluate the performance of drivers on a continued basis. The notion is based from the adaptation of continual development concept. Driver would develop bad driving habits in the long run, of course. It is critical that these driving habits are proactively identified and addressed before major accident occurs. Defensive driving training is one of the various controls in addressing the driver's bad habits. An example of bad habit is the prevalent issue of driver not slowing down on sharp curve. If the driver had started doing this, consequently, it would become his habit. The next thing we know, we'd receive an accident report of an overturned vehicle. Not only did we know that assessment and training is important on annual driving assessment scheme, skill enhancement works well with new long-haul driver too. It is imperative that it raises the confidence level of LSD by going through some assessment and practical exercises. A light vehicle or even a straight lorry would pose little issues if driven the first time by a novice driver. but certainly not with a tractor and trailer or articulated vehicle. Blind spots are quite extensive, especially with trailers. Driver does not see much laterally and the rear wheel turning the coupled tractor and trailer left or right. Thus, the low level of confidence more than ever at the time when the inductee is at the stage of first impression. So this is the principle we must use of in training, especially training the local candidates in our driving school.